Hello everybody watching this video and welcome to Edupedia World. I am your tutor Mansi Garg for today and we'll be studying geography. Today our topic will be, as you can see on your screens, hemispheres and great circles of the earth. In the earlier videos, your lines of latitudes and longitude concept would have been clear, but to discuss today's topic, let's take a quick recap. Imaginary lines are drawn on the globe. The lines running east to west parallel to the equator are called lines of latitude, and the lines running north to south passing through the poles are called lines of longitude. You all must be knowing this. Well, talking about the lines of latitude, a latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the equator. It is marked in degrees, with equator being 0 degrees. Latitudes are calculated according to the angle a place makes with the center of the earth. They are imaginary lines which join all the places having the same latitudes towards the north or south of the equator. Since they are parallel to the equator, they are called parallels of latitude. Well, each parallel of latitude is a full circle. However, only equator is a great circle. Further in this video, we will discuss the concept of great circle and you will get to know clearly about it. Well, the lines of latitude are not of equal length, as you can see on your screens also. The lines of latitude, they become smaller as we move towards the pole. At 60-degree latitude in each hemisphere, the length of the circle is half the length of the equator, and at the poles these lines are just reduced to points or dots. You all must be knowing about the main latitudes, which are 181, all at 1 degree interval. Equator being the longest line of latitude, representing the 0 degree latitude. Well, all the other main latitudes are on your screens and you must be knowing them, like the North Pole, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Moving further, let us come to our main concept of hemispheres, which we have to discuss today. Firstly, we'll discuss the northern and the southern hemisphere. The equator that runs midway between the poles divides the earth into two equal hemispheres, known as the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The poles, North Pole and the South Pole, are opposite to each other, as you can see on the screen also, and at the extreme ends of the sphere. They are each located at 90-degree angular distance north or south of the equator. Coming on and taking a quick recap of the lines of longitude. Longitude is the angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian. Now let's discuss what's a prime meridian. The prime meridian is a line of longitude whose angular distance is defined as 0 degree. It passes through Greenwich near London. The lines to the west of Greenwich are suffixed with W and those to the east of Greenwich are suffixed with E. For example, 60-degree west and 60-degree east. There are a total of 360 lines at 1 degree interval. The prime meridian is numbered as 0 degree and the others are numbered between 0 to 180 degree east or west. The line 180 degree east and west refer to the same meridian. It is diametrically opposite to the 0 degree longitude. Thus, 0 degree and 180 degree meridian together make a full circle around the earth. Proceeding at 1 degree interval from both east and west, other full circles will be 1 degree and 179 degree. Likewise, 2 degree and 178 degree. In the same way, 60 degree and 120 degree, and so on. Of the two lines in any segment, one will be in the east and the other in the west. The sum total of the two lines will always be 180 degree. Well, individually, all lines of longitude are semicircles. The two diametrically opposite lines make a full circle, also known as the great circle, which we'll be discussing further in this video. Coming on to our main concept of hemispheres, let us discuss the eastern and the western hemispheres now. As you all must be knowing, the prime meridian together with the 180 degree longitude usually divides the Earth into the eastern and the western hemispheres. This division holds good practically for all purposes. However, any two diametrically opposite lines can also divide the Earth into two equal hemispheres. Well, now coming on to the main topic of great and small circles. A great circle is a circle that is drawn on the surface of a sphere, such as the Earth, that has a radius equal to the radius of the sphere and whose center is also the sphere's center. A great circle, in Earth's case, is an imaginary line that follows the curve of the Earth and represents the shortest distance between 2 points. Traveling along a great circle is called following a great circle route. The equator is the only latitude that is a great circle. All longitudes are part of a great circle. Circles which do not pass through the center of the Earth are the smaller circles, as you must also be seeing on your screen. All parallels of latitudes other than the equator are smaller circles. The great circle has various characteristics. Some of them we will be discussing in this video. A great circle is a theoretical circle formed by the intersection of the Earth's surface and an imaginary plane that passes through the center of the Earth and divides it into two equal parts. All such circles must pass through or touch the center of the circle. Intersecting great circles always bisect each other. The equator is the largest possible circle among lines of latitude. The equator and all diametrically opposite longitudes touch the center of a circle and therefore are great circles, as you already would be seeing on your screens. Well, the great circle. Doesn't a question arise in your mind? What is the significance of a great circle? I mean, why do we have them? There is a lot of significance of great circles. They have their own respective uses, and let us discuss some of them. The first one is used by navigators. They use great circles to find the shortest distance between any 2 points on the Earth's surface. A great circle route is the shortest distance between any two places on the Earth and lies on the arc of a great circle. Thus, it does not take into account restrictions such as weather or political restrictions imposed by the countries concerned. It also does not take into account the lack of landing and takeoff facilities for airplane. An example is on your screens, which depicts the true direction distance between Tokyo and Los Angeles and the distance when followed a great circle. The distance when followed a great circle is lesser than the true direction distance. Now you must have understood its significance and why it is used by navigators. Well, coming on to the second use of great circles, they are used by meteorologists to determine climate and weather conditions in a region. With this, the topic for today is closed. Thank you and have a nice day.